So the point we're trying to make here is that people are in a position where they're sitting on 50, more so 100 grand of cash in their bank account, in a savings account, doing nothing, and they have a full-time job and capacity to leverage the bank's money, cheap money at the moment. And they're sitting there waiting for something, the perfect property to come along, or I'm just not ready, or the time's not right. I'm going to wait for the dip to occur. They don't even know that there's a boom happening rather than a dip whenever that's going to happen. So they're trying to work out whether they've got the capacity or using it as an excuse to time the market. They're kidding themselves. It's just an excuse. So the way I look at it, 12 months ago, had have been having the conversation around COVID. Pre-COVID, yeah, absolutely. We've got 70 grand cash, a lot of fear unknown, 70 grand cash in a fixed interest deposit account earning 0.5% per annum. Well, there's $350 in terms of cash on cash return because you've got your 70 grand invested versus buying an asset at a 90% loan to value ratio with a 10% deposit. You buy something around probably $360,000 for that. Now, if you look back at that and say, well, if I'm getting a 5.5% to 6% yield on that investment, I'm going to be generating probably $50 to $100 a week positive cash flow net. So you look at that, well, there's $2,500 cash flow net at the end of that, 12-month period. And all it's cost us is potentially 70 grand to get into that. That's including all your fees, your stamp duty, buyer's agent, legals, 10% deposit. So let's look at that. 70 grand in this fixed interest account earning $350 per annum versus $70,000 invested with 2.5 grand net cash flow. That's quite significant. But let's look at the real impact of the equity uplift over the last 12 months in a lot of these regional locations. Minimum 10 to 20%. So we're talking, on the 360,000 acquisition, $36,000 to $72,000 in equity that's leverageable that we can potentially use if we've got the serviceability to go and buy another asset. So you look at real cash on cash return there versus we talk about now or when is the right time. Well, 20 years ago was the right time to plant a tree. Have a look at it today. When's the next best time for you? When you get organised and when you get ready and when it's important enough to you. So it's really the power of now and how important is it to you. So I just wanted to sort of touch on the power of now versus, lazy money. You're in the position to do something, but you're choosing not to. You're earning probably nothing in your savings account, but even if it was invested in a fixed interest account, it's literally earning you 0.5%, so $350 per annum versus 2.5 net cash flow. Well, we're nearly blown that out of the park by 10 times, plus the equity uplift. Now that's where the real power comes in, is that equity uplift in these growth locations. That's without strategy implementation. We haven't even spent any capital on renovation or subdivision or extracting further value from the asset. So that's where it gets really exciting.